All right, good morning and welcome back to Princess It channel. And I hope we all woke up fine. And I made an earlier post this morning, but I'm coming up the second time again to really clarify things and put things straight. Today still remains the 20th of September 2025, and it's a wonderful Saturday morning. And I think that the truth must be said, and it must be said so clearly. Too many conflicting voices have entered into this grand matter, and the people are already tired of confusions. At this stage, I believe that every word from leaders must be weighed so carefully, because the masses are waiting with empty hands and also wounded hearts. So statements that shows pride, that shows arrogance, or lack of empathy for the plight of the masses who are already strained, emotionally and financially stressed, I think they should be avoided like plague, because it add more pains to the people. Now, Reverend Moses, Elder Paul, and some other persons have spoken well, but I think it's important to also separate sense from nonsense and truth from empty talks. Now, Reverend Moses spoke with courage, and I really applauded that. He made it clear that Madam Ngozi's statement was flatly insensitive. And when she boldly declared that no disbursement is going on anywhere, that was the language. Without her giving the details of the process, it was not only careless. That statement wasn't only careless. It was also disrespectful to subscribers who trusted her, and they were agitatingly waiting for when Ngozi Israel was going to speak. Now, this is the same person who previously assured everyone that Monday and Tuesday were fixed for stakeholders, and that is if it doesn't drop on the midnight of that weekend. And then Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday were fixed for stakeholders. Then the rest of the week would be focused on beneficiaries. And incidentally, the week has not even ended. So if there is no disbursement anywhere, I think there should be some explanation to that, to respect the fact that people are waiting to hear her voice. And those were her words. People planned their hopes on them. To now turn around and act as though nothing was ever said is unacceptable. Ngozi Israel must understand that whatever influence she enjoys today is tied to the money and the sacrifice of subscribers. Without subscribers, she would have no platform to speak from. And I think pride has no place in leadership, especially when you are dealing with people who are already suffering. People who are pained, people who couldn't eat well. And I say this boldly without recourse, that if she fails to apologize or at least rephrase her insensitive statement, then it shows a deep character flaw. Leadership demands humility. A leader who cannot admit when wrong is not fit to stand before the people. Now, Elder Paul gave a fantastic submission yesterday when he suggested that stakeholders should be visited by delegates to find out the true state of things. Now, that is a sensible idea in principle. However, I think the sad part is that the same people he mentioned as possible delegates are the very ones who have been shifting the masses and also feeding them with half-truths. You cannot be the judge in your own case. Delegation is not about sending those who are already compromised. Now, finding credible people with sound character also requires diligence. And in this ecosystem, I think we are blessed with intelligent men and women from all walks of life. Teachers, pastors, lawyers, barristers, accountants, civil servants are there. Entrepreneurs they're also here. And if such people can be carefully selected, I'm talking of carefully selected with diligence, precision, and also track records, I think they can form a credible forum. I think they can form a credible forum. And that forum must be defined in such a way that it cannot be bought over. It cannot also be silenced, and it cannot be corrupted. Nigeria is corrupt, but if they can't be credibly selected with diligence and precision, I think it will go a long way. That the only job of this forum would be to step into matters when clarity is lost, investigate properly, and return with one voice to update the masses truthfully. If this structure is put in place, confusion is going to reduce and trust will somehow grow again. Then on the part of Pastor Obinwagbo, who submitted some details yesterday, I think on a large scale, his submission was baseless and lacking in depth. As far as I'm concerned, he has no moral ground to speak strongly on this matter. Where was his voice when subscribers were crying in silence? Where was he when families were selling properties and borrowing to survive while waiting for disbursement? He never came out when it mattered most. His voice was not heard until registration and subscription reached the level where it is today. That silence makes his present words weak and so much unreliable. And I won't be surprised if he benefited from the subscribers' fund somehow. Because silence during the most painful times and sudden loudness when things have shifted raises suspicion and concern. If he has nothing solid to offer, then I think he should rather be muted. Baseless statements only add more noise to an already confused environment. I'll be with you shortly and in a moment. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back and still on course. Thank you so much for standing by. And I think going forward, there is a bigger picture here. What subscribers need now is not confusion or arrogance. What we need is clarity. We need accountability and proper communication. Every wrong statement, every careless boast, and every insensitive remark is like salt that's on the wounds of the masses. People have endured for months and years. They have prayed, they have fasted, they have hoped, they have waited. They deserve respect and not mockery of any sort. Let us also remember that absolute power, they say, corrupt absolutely. The pride that we see in some voices today is a dangerous sign. No one is above correction. Ngozi Israel or Binwagbo or any other personality must understand that leadership is not about showing power. It's about service. It is about humility and respect for the people. And when mistakes are made, correction must be received. When statements hurt the people so badly, I think an apology must follow. And I want apology to follow the statement of Ngozi Israel. This is how credibility is built. So the way forward in simple terms, there should be accountability in speeches in this grand ecosystem. Leaders must weigh their words. If there is no disbursement yet, explain the exact process. Tell the people what stage things are at. What is the delay? What has been done? How soon can we expect progress? These are the questions that subscribers want answers to. Then secondly, I propose a formation of a credible forum. As Elder Paul suggested yesterday, but with corrections, there must be a credible forum of representatives who are not corrupt, who are not compromised either, and not biased. They should be drawn from the intelligent and credible individuals that are already present in this ecosystem. Some of them are on this platform, rightly so. I meet with a lot of them. Very intelligent and brilliant, right on this platform. We are close to 30,000 here, and I know there are a lot of people here. In fact, there are registrars here. Yes, there are registrars here. We've chatted at different times. There are barristers here. There are pastors here. There are people with real credible, focuses here. And their role will be to engage our stakeholders directly and also report back to the masses with truth. Then we should reject empty voices. We should reject them so flatly like plague. Submissions like that of Pastor Obinwagbo should not be given space. As far as I'm concerned, they add no value and they only distract the people and the ecosystem. The ecosystem cannot afford more confusion at this moment. Then to the subscribers, I think the masses must remain calm. Patience and focus should be our watchword at this time. Anger and curses will not bring the disbursement faster. Let us stay positive. Let's be hopeful. Let's be united. Division and hostility would only slow things down. It will. We need transparency. We must demand that any person who speaks as a representative must be transparent at high level. No more blanket statements like nothing is going on anywhere. That is unacceptable. If nothing is going on, explain why. If something is going on, explain what. Anything short of this is disrespect. So subscribers, please do not lose hope. We've come too far to give up now. Every delay is painful, yes, but we must believe that the process will not end in vain. Let us keep our eyes on the goal and not be distracted by careless words or baseless talks. Stay positive. I encourage you, stay focused. We will surely reach the Canaan of our expectations. We must also learn from all of these events. When the grant finally comes, we must not allow the same kind of careless leadership to continue. Systems must be built for accountability, for structures, for equity, and for transparencies. Voices must be checked by truth. Those who speak must be tested for credibilities. And that is how trust will be preserved for the future. Finally, Reverend Moses was right to challenge Ngozi's Israel's pride. Elder Paul was right in principle, but must also ensure credible delegates, not compromised ones. Obinwagbo should remain silent unless he has something concrete and credible to offer. And above all, I think subscribers must remain calm, positive, and also united. The journey has been long, but it will end in joy. Let us hold on to our faith, our courage, and avoid distractions of whatever sort it is. Let's demand for truth. In the end, we will step into the Canaan of our expectations, and all this waiting will finally make sense. I rest my case. This is Princess. In case you're new, and this actually resonates so deep with you, kindly share. Your job, if you are not to make a V note, but you are to listen, and you are to forward, and you are to take some actions that are going to be pragmatic to the success of what we're waiting for. Do your part. Share this. Let it get to the people that matter so that we can be on the same field. We're working together as one strong, formidable family. We are unbroken. We are indestructible. Punch in the notification bell so that you wouldn't miss out on vital updates. When we drop one, you certainly have one. And we're drawing the curtain for this morning commentary. Soon to be back again to give you a better one. I'm still expecting the voice note of Ngozi Israel an apology. And I know she will do this. Thank you very much and do have a blissful day ahead of you. God bless you and bye for now.